day. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Styles. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Styles. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Just 3 weeks of games left in the NFL regular season. What's it going to take for him to win the MVP? What's it going to take?
Whatever it is, if he wants to strengthen that candidacy, no time like the present.
Yeah, and let me tell you what I think. Not only does he have to play the clean game, no picks, things of that nature, he has to have at least one significant play that we'll talk about all next week. That'll really give him a higher profile.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 29 yards.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Play action. Gore. That's complete to John Ross. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Gore eluding the pressure, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Second and 8.
Operating from the gun. Styles to the right side, and he's got more complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Styles. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a carry for Swift. Spins away. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. They're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Gore. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Gore. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Alford. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, Sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down. Gore. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers nothing.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and they're really not the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Styles. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. And ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down, Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Styles. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On the ground, it's Reddick. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot, who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on second down, Styles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Styles. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. So they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again. Styles. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Styles. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gore. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a Bengal first down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it's up and good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Styles, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see where they sit, perched right at the top. The question, Charles, with the perfect season they have going, what's on the line, how do you see them playing it out these final few weeks of the season?
Well, I can see the locker room voting unanimously this play to win. That's how they're built. It doesn't matter whether you're 0 whatever or undefeated. You want to play every game to win it. But I think from a management and coaching standpoint, you're looking at it and saying how much pressure is on this team to try and keep that record going. And is that really our ultimate goal? They're almost hoping maybe they get beat, and now you can start to rest guys and take the pressure off and just get ready for the playoffs.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Gore. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Styles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On 1st down, Alford. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Alford. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Gore. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first down, Alford. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Alfred. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Running is Swift. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Styles. He gets it left side to Johnson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to get a score back.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want him to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
At the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Styles. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the Bengals 8-yard line.
From the gun, Styles. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
There's one thing I love about going to practices.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Alford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Flushed out right.
He'll run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals.
Operating from the gun. Gore. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Cincinnati.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. They've got a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Gore. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Styles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Styles. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard. At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Styles going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, Styles. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Exit 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Styles. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit on the grand scheme. Things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. On 1st down, Alford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught by Jackson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
He's going to fire one deep over the... And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw on 2nd down, Styles. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Styles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Styles. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.